Hi, guys. I wanted to talk to you about something very specific in this as it relates to sales. And from comments I'm getting and from people I'm working with, many of you are just not comfortable with sales. Many of you just actually hate sales and hate everything that sales stand for. But what's odd to me is that those that are the most against sales or salespeople don't realize that actually what they're doing is they are selling themselves every day. Isn't that strange? Doesn't that feel kind of weird to you? Right? Now, let's think about that. Think about when you go to the store, right? And you need to buy something. Well, you may need to talk to someone that's with you about the budget for that, right? But this is something you desperately need and want. Well, what do, right? How do you approach it? What do you talk about? How do you present it? What do you say? How convinced are you about the fact that you need this? For example, what are the emotions you're using? And let's take a step back for a second and let's think about the kids. Maybe you have kids, maybe you have grandkids, maybe you have nieces and nephews who desperately want you to buy something for them, or they actually want something and they need money from you. How far will they go? And do they take no for an answer? Of course not. We all know that. And some of us actually know that the kids are the best salespeople on earth. Why? Because they just don't give up, right? They know who to talk to. They know how the buttons, the right buttons to press. We all know these things, right? The right buttons to press. So, I'm curious, like those of you who may be against sales or are new to sales, what do you tell yourself? Right? What examples do you have of good or bad salespeople? Maybe there's an image that you have in your mind about selling or about salespeople that doesn't fit with you. Maybe, just maybe, it was somebody that you're friends with. Maybe it's a relative. Maybe it's a distant relative that you're not impressed with the way they do things or the way they sell, right? And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to look like this person or sound like this person who's, well, here are some definitions of words I'll use. Desperate, can sell anything to anyone, even ice to X, Y, and Z. What about just not taking no for an answer, right? Being aggressive, being almost argumentative with the people they're trying to sell to, right? Maybe it's you walking into an agency. Maybe it's you walking into a dealership to buy a car, buy a motorcycle, to buy something that requires a dealership. And you really didn't like the experience you had. What was that experience like? What was it specifically about that experience that you didn't like? What was it that stuck, right? That you said, oh my God, I can never be this person. I can never be that way. But yet what most people don't realize is some of the best salespeople out there actually make more money than some CEOs and entrepreneurs put together. Now, let that sit for a second. Imagine the opportunity that lies in front of you if you master your craft. Now, you may still say, you know what, there's nothing I'm going to do, like sales is not for me, I'll never do sales, and it's not, hey, not as a choice. But either you're going to sell or somebody's going to sell you, as Grant Cardone says, on why you should do something or not do something. So which one are you going to take? Which one are you going to pick? Who are you going to be? right? And maybe sales doesn't interest you. That's perfectly fine. But in life, as a mentor of mine said, it's not what you deserve, it's what you negotiate. And being a great salesperson also involves the skill of negotiation. So I'm curious, where will you take your skills? Maybe you don't want to be a salesperson, and that's perfectly okay. But maybe you just want to learn on how to be a better negotiator. Right? Maybe, just maybe, if you sat down for a minute and actually took the time to understand what is it about sales and selling that you don't like, or the type of person that you don't want to be seen as or known as a salesperson. Complex, isn't it? But it doesn't have to be. I've got some exercises to actually help you in regards to that, but more on that later. So selling to me is fundamental in anything you do, regardless of what you do as a career. But think about it. Perhaps you're a career manager, or you have a career in accounting. If you're going to sell your projects, if you're going to sell to the associates and why they should do business with you, well, guess what? You better damn well know how to sell, and what words to use and what tactics to use and how to understand exactly what a customer is looking for so you can sell what it is exactly that they want. How interesting is that? Imagine you're not selling, you're not a salesperson, but you actually have to sell yourself on why people should choose you. Now, this may seem long, but in actual fact, I think you're at a crossroads now. It's either you learn how to sell, how to negotiate for yourself without being a salesperson so that you get what you truly deserve out of life, right? Or negotiate what you really, really deserve and do something about it, right? And perhaps, now imagine this for a second, living the life of your dreams based on your own terms and conditions because you were able to sell your expertise, sell your knowledge, sell your value. How interesting is that concept for you? So what I wish for you is to sit down and actually understand sales, understand where it's going, and how you can actually make an amazing living and it actually improve your career or your sales career. Look, if you have any questions and you found this video useful, so first, comment below what you think of sales. And if you have any questions or anything like that you're looking for, hey, reach out. Look forward to helping you. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. And I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Take care.